Hello, I'm Francesca, and this is your energy and love forecast for I was going to say for the week. I'm used to saying that, but for December 8th through the 31st. Yes, I'm changing things up a teensy little bit, but for good reasons. I'm going to make longer month-long videos and then just some shorter videos. Decided to make some modifications because of new projects that are going to be taking form in 2025. Very exciting. Stay tuned. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified when these videos go live. So yes, 2025 going to be a good year. And also making this slight modification right now gives me a little bit of time to rest before all the new good things start a brewing. All right. So we are going to look at, I'm just going to do a quick overview of the major astrological transits, once again, from my perspective, and then look at some cards that I pulled to give a little clarity, insight, confirmation, all those juicy, yummy things. And so let's dive in. All right. 1212, we have the portal. And what's interesting is 12/12/2024 this year works out to be a 5. So 5 in numerology is about change, freedom, adventure, all the things that Sagittarius supports. So there's this extra sizzle in the air this month. There's a lightness, and of course, then the solstice is also a 5 because it's 12/21/2024. So, yes, there's this very expansive feeling about this month. Really, really good, really, really supportive. Winds of change are in the air, lots of adventure. So, if I had to categorize the month of December, it really would be this winds of change and a very good, positive, forward momentum feeling. All right, so let's look at those transits. So we have the 12/12 portal. So if you are one for intention making, beautiful time to make intentions. It's one of the power days of the year. Also on that day, so just awareness, we have Venus opposite Mars retrograde. So there could be some tension between relationship and individual desires. So the me versus we. Potential for tension, at the same time, awareness is key. So if you know ahead of time that there might be a little blip, something may come up, perhaps a light shining on maybe an imbalance in your relationship, or how you are balancing your time, your individual time versus your partner time, it's a great day to review that. Words of wisdom, always speak from your heart, speak with love. Um, Try to avoid saying anything in haste or in upset or irritation that you may not be able to take back, because words once spoken can't be pulled back. They can be erased to a certain degree. So just a little 2 cents from me. All right. On the 15th, we have the full moon in Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So a lot of communication. Mercury also stations direct that day. So we have a double whammy of communication, but in a very positive, clear communication. We will still be in the little shadow phase of Mercury for a little bit, but perhaps any misunderstandings are going to get cleared up. You may get all sorts of messages that day. Perhaps even if you, there could be like a new job offer, if that's something that you are working towards. Maybe there's a project at work that then gets a green light, full steam ahead. So it's a really positive day. So very interesting. On the 19th, we have Venus trine Jupiter, and Jupiter, of course, is all about luck, blessings, and then you have Venus, who is also about lots of blessings, joy, beauty, love, financial. So you have a double whammy there as well. So it's interesting. There's a lot of these extra potent days, the way things are aligning this month. Like I said, there's an extra sizzle sazzle in this month of December, and there's a lot of expansiveness. So change, transformation, bringing in the new. Hopefully you use the time of Mercury retrograde to kind of release, renew, revisit things. So it is about now moving forward full steam ahead with clarity, insights, all the good things. On the 21st, we have the beautiful solstice, of course, another power day. So in the Northern Hemisphere where I live, it's the shortest day, but then we start returning to the light, bringing in more light after going within. And of course, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, it is going to then be the opposite. So you're going to start going more inward, more reflection, revisit. So all good things, right? Everything ebbs and flows in cycles. The 21st, the sun also goes into Capricorn. So happy birthday to all my Capricorn friends and viewers. Happy birthday to you. Then on the 30th, we have a black new moon. We have 2 new moons this month. Once again, December is just moving and shaking, right? So another great time to set intentions, especially looking forward to the new calendar year of 2025. And Capricorn is very practical, very hardworking. So this would be a great time if you do set intentions to also jot down actionable steps. So whatever it may be. So perhaps just putting this out there as an example, if you want to pay down some debt, okay, great, awesome intention. So what is one actionable step you can take, because the energy is super supportive? So maybe it's looking into different debt consolidations or loans or something along those lines, maybe looking to pay off something with a higher interest first, whatever it is. Once again, just an example. If it's about bringing in beloved partnership, what's the actual step? Maybe you go create a new profile or jazz up a current profile to make it, a little snazzier. You're not the same person you were 3 months ago, maybe updating some pictures, whatever it may be. Like I said, with this second new moon is really an opportunity, especially in Capricorn, to get super specific about actionable steps. The energy is there to support it with that follow through. And then of course, we have New Year's Eve for the calendar year. All good things, all fun things. All right. So now I always listen to How I Am Guided, and I invite you to do the same. Take what resonates, leave the rest, trust your intuition. Hopefully, what comes through, once again, gives you some clarity, much needed clarity, insights, little wisdom nuggets, and confirmation. So, however it resonates for you, perfect. All right, so let's rock and roll. I picked 3 then cards for each of the weeks, since I already did the first week of December, and then 2 more cards, which I'll speak to after we get through these next 3 weeks. All right. So for the week of the 8th through the 14th, we have the Holy Mountain. Beautiful. Mountains have a very magnificent energy. Mountain energy is very different from like ocean energy, lake energy from water energy. There is a power in the mountain. And what's interesting is in many mythologies, there's always the journey up the mountain. And of course, like thinking about like Greek mythology, you have Mount Olympus, the gods live on top of the mountain. So this week could be this card is really supportive for you to perhaps gain a different perspective, maybe a higher perspective, especially with the 1212 portal, if you want to set some intentions. So maybe looking at your situation or your life from that higher perspective, and also really an invitation to step into your own power, your own autonomy. Super beautiful card, once again, to support that. And maybe also thinking about, where do you hold your power, or what are you giving your power to? This is a great opportunity to be like, maybe I'm giving too much power to this. Let me pull my power back. That power's for me. I need that power. I'm going to use that power to create something new, to create something different, or to go even deeper into something that you already have created, a new level. Then, love the owl. Who's next? Ha ha ha. We have, for the week of the 15th through the 21st, we have the owl. And the owl, symbol of Athena, also one of my totem animals. Love the owl. The owl to me is all about clarity. And I absolutely love that we have the power and the clarity, because having power is one thing, but not necessarily knowing how to use it, then what good is it? So the owl has the ability to see in the dark, to see the unseen. And perhaps for some of you, you may be starting on your spiritual journey, or maybe at a point where, what's my next step? And so clarity is going to come in, but also with the unseen, perhaps this is an invitation for you to start working with the unseen, and maybe developing your intuition to an even deeper degree, right? There is no necessarily end. It's all about the journey. So maybe deepening your own connection with God, creator, universe, spirit, whatever resonates for you, and really going deeper into that intuition and trusting the unseen, right? So clarity, absolutely love it. And then once again, adore that there are no coincidences, that it's always synchronicity. Should call us a synchronicity channel, right? Then for the last week to end out our month of December, so the 22nd, and I just kind of linked it through the 31st, even though the week is a little shorter, we have flow. So flow to me is that stage after you've set the intention and you just step into, you let go attachment. You're just going to allow it to take form, because many times what takes form is going to far exceed what you imagine it to be. So it's that letting go, being in the flow, and trusting your intuition to be guided as to the steps, to be at the right place at the right time, meet the right person. When you're in the flow, there's no pushing, there's no challenging, there's absolutely none of that. And that's when the magic happens. That's the beauty of being in the flow. There's no resistance. And it just easily comes to you. You're in it, you're part of it. And that, I think, also connects back to that power. Like your power is in the present moment. You can only be in the flow when you are in that present moment. All right. So then I asked for a specific message around love and relationships. and I was guided to a different deck. And the beautiful card that jumped out literally was the Eyes of Beauty. And so this card, there is a piece around perception. How do you look at things? So a glass half full has the same amount of water as a glass half empty, but it's on the observer how you perceive it. And so this is a great card to really invite you to look at how do you perceive if you are in partnership, how do you perceive your partner? How do you perceive your partnership? Are you looking at all those good things, or are you looking at those one or two challenges? Listen, there's always going to be some type of challenge. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a big thing. And it doesn't necessarily have to do directly with your partner, but maybe with something within the relationship. Maybe the partner is changing jobs. That's going to affect the partnership. But do you perceive that as an opportunity, or do you perceive that as you go down the rabbit hole and all the things that could go wrong, all those type of things, because that is then going to flavor how you move forward, how you interact with your partner, and the space that you stay in. You can't move forward if you're stuck in the negative. And we can simply use that negative as an awareness to be like, oh, okay, I'm perceiving this as X. All right. Do I want to stay there? How is this going to serve me? What's in the highest good? And then you can move from there. There's no judgment. It's all awareness. We are all on this journey, growing and evolving every day. And so, how do you choose to move forward every day? Do you wake up every day and you're like, today's a new day. I've never experienced this day before. All right, universe, show me how good it can be. Show me all the beauty and the love and the abundance that is available, that is never ending, right? There's this limitless supply. So, yay for that. And if you are dating or thinking about putting yourself out there again, once again, how are you approaching it? How are you perceiving it? Do you have any preconceived notions? And so just listen to perhaps that inner dialogue that you may have. Once again, what can you perceive about this person? So maybe you start talking to somebody new. Do you have that checklist that a lot of dating coaches tell you to have, that kind of can put you in the more of a negative space than a positive space? So when you're meeting somebody, what could you love about them? What's their passion? What's a good quality that they exude? Or you're like, oh, well, they don't have this, that, or the other, and let that go. What do they have? Right? Because it's the what they have that's going to magnetize, that's going to draw you together, not what they don't have. So focusing on the lack, once again, is going to bring the lack. Focusing on the bounty is going to bring more bounty. All right. And then I asked for some insights, support, clarity on the individual, right? Because your primary relationship is always with yourself. And what's interesting is the dragons wouldn't come out to play. So who am I to deny these playful galactic dragons to give a message, right? I'm not going to turn that down. And of course, was not disappointed. And so the card that was pulled that came out is the beautiful Star Dragon Space. And what's interesting about this beautiful card is it relates to the constellation of, drumroll please, Sagittarius. So here we come full circle with the Archer and Sagittarius with the adventure. What I love about this card is, like I said, there's just this factor that this month has with all these beautiful transits, with these cards as little insights, confirmations, is that really you're being supported to stand in your power and spread your wings. It's no longer about survival, but thriving. And so you have the space that you crave and that you need to be able to spread your beautiful wings in whatever form that looks like for you, whether it's a career change or just simply a modification, and how you express your passion and your beautiful essence. All right. Thank you so much for watching. In deep gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this. I hope it served you. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from, what your sun sign is, if you feel so called to share, and which card really resonated with you for the rest of this month. All right. Stay tuned. So many good things to come. I will share as they become available. And don't worry, there will be some more videos coming. I'll be doing a look at 2025. That will probably be a little bit of a longer video. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. Click like if you like, click subscribe if you haven't already, and that notification bell. Share with your friends. Help spread the love vibes around the world. Have a beautiful rest of the month of December. And until next time, more love vibes to come. Ciao.